Hello everyone. Can you all hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Yeah, all good? So today I decided to have the live outside my studio, and I thought I'm going to just take you guys on a journey, on a Saturday morning walk with me in my neighborhood. So I'm walking in my neighborhood right now, and today I would like the live to to be a bit different, a bit interactive. Today I have a question for you, right? But then before we get all we get deep into everything here, you know the drill by now. It's Saturday morning here in the UK. I'm currently in London. It's a beautiful day. Oh my God. It's one of the very few days that I can actually come out with just a simple shirt, right? Because it gets really cold here in London. And I'm glad that I have the opportunity to even do my live outside today. And by the way, if you can hear me okay, just send me a thumbs up. If you can't hear me, let me know as well. I don't know whether the sound is okay and everything is right, but yes, it's a beautiful day today, and I am super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm excited because I'm always looking forward to sharing these unique moments with you. And the reason is because I'm always blessed when I get to share with people what I have also learned. But before we get into all these things, you know the drill by now. What did you learn this week? What have you learned this week? What was the lesson that you can tell yourself that you have taken away from this past week? Today is the last day of the week, in the week that's just passed. And what have you learned? What did you take away from your week? Let me know. What have you learned? I'm going to share with you what I have learned. But before that, I would like to know what you have learned. What have you learned this week? What was the aha moment? What was the oh my God moment? Is the OMG moment for you this week? Let me know. You know what? This was a very interesting week for me personally, and full of everything. You have those moments where just mixed up with so many surprises and so many things, and you're like, oh my God, is this real? And then you try to kind of pinch yourself to see whether it is real. But yeah, so this week, what I have learned this week, one major thing I've learned this week. I've learned a lot of things. Maybe I'm going to share like 2 or 3. The first thing I learned this week is it pays off to be persistent, right? It pays off to continue keeping on, right? To continue going forward. It pays off to continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to expand your skills and your knowledge. It pays off to be persistent in anything you really desire to accomplish. It pays off. That's one thing I learned this week. The second thing I learned is that life is too short to hold on to resentment. Life is too short to hold on to hatred. Life is too short to hold on to disappointment, to sadness, to anger. Life is too short to not enjoy yourself. Come on. It's true. That's one thing I learned this week. Life is too short to not enjoy yourself. So anything in your life that makes you not to enjoy your life, you must kind of, pause and take a stock and be like, what are the things in my life right now that are preventing me from enjoying my life right now? And really try to get rid of them, right? And the best way to get rid of them is to replace them by their opposite. If you have anything that's not, that's not bringing you joy, and many times they're not other people, external things, but they are within us. They're our perception of life. So you have anything that's not bringing you joy, sadness, anger, disappointment, decide to let it go today. Let it go today, because you know what? The earlier you let it go, the longer you can actually enjoy your life. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to go one day. We are going to go. And we'll go. And, life is like time ticking, right? So if you spend majority of your time being sad, being angry, look, what else? What else are you going to enjoy? Now, when would you enjoy your life? When would you appreciate the things you have around you? When would you appreciate the people you have around you? When will you be truly happy? So this week I learned that life is too short to hold, things that do not support your happiness and your joy. It is too short, and it is now time to let it go, right? And to let go, a simple technique I use is to replace it by the opposite, what I really desire. And it starts with getting clear about what you really want, what do you really desire in your life, right? And put up some daily practice, some daily rituals to kind of build them up in yourself, right? These are not one-off things. This is a lifetime practice, right? So the third thing I learned this week was the practice of being happy no matter what. How can you be happy no matter what? Is it possible, first of all, to be happy no matter what? Heck yes, it is. It is possible to be happy no matter what. And as I said earlier, life is too short to allow things to rob you of your happiness. Your happiness, your peace of mind, your peace of heart, your joy, your internal joy is the most precious thing you have in your life, right? So you have to cultivate the habit of being happy no matter what. And things are always going to happen. Look at me. Things are always going to happen. Always. Because you know what? It is life. We are on earth. I don't know about space. Maybe when we get to space, if we ever do one day, maybe, things are always flying, flowing, enjoyment. But look, we are on earth and things are always going to turn bizarre on us. Things are always going to happen. But what do we do when they happen? What do you do when things get tough? We're now going to segue into what we're going to talk about today, right? Because this is so powerful, especially in the times we live. And apart from the times that we live right now, things have been happening before the pandemic. Things have been happening in our hearts, in our own personal lives, in our hubs, in our bubbles. Things have been happening in our careers, in our relationship, in our finances. Things have been happening, but then now the whole pandemic has just magnified and has just opened our eyes to look, I've got to change. And that's number one. What do you do when things get tough in your life? Do you embrace change or you don't? Do you kind of hold on to what you had? Like, oh no, I don't want this, I want that, Look, what I do, for me, I can only share from my own experience and things that have worked out for me, right? I'm asking you, what do you do when things get really tough, right? And the reason why I'm asking this question today is because I want you to go deep within you, because we all have an internal guide. I really believe that we all have an internal compass that leads us through our own personal lives, right? So what I do when things get really tough, right, is first of all, every single time, what I do is to take a breath. And what do I mean by taking a breath? Apart from just taking an inhalation, physical breath, I take a pause, right? In my own heart, in my own mind, I take a pause. I sit down at my desk because for me, I think better when I write. I get my journal. I have like lots of journals for different things. I get my journal and then I write. I try as much as I can. Sometimes it's hard to articulate how you feel, right? When things go bizarre on you and you feel like the earth is going to open up and you don't know what to do, right? And then I write down, what am I feeling right now? Sometimes it's so intense that I can't write. That's fine. I sit down or I get a quiet place during my meditation time. And then I just go deep within myself and ask questions, right? Ask questions like, what is happening to me right now? What is the good that is in this situation that I cannot see? Because you know what? Every situation brings us a gift, right? And it all depends on how you see and how you handle it. So I ask myself, what can I do in this situation right now to make it better, Hi. To make it better, right? Ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? No matter how difficult or how bad it seems to be, there is always something you can learn from it and something you can get from it. So first of all, I go within, I take a breath, and I ask myself, what can I learn from this situation? That's the first thing I do. Great. Secondly, I take stock. What if this situation was to stay longer? What should I do to be able to have peace of mind? How can I have peace of mind in this situation? Ask myself, how can I have peace of mind in this situation? And many times what I do is maybe I just have to learn something. There's something I don't understand. There's something I don't know about this particular area of my life where I'm experiencing some hardship and some darkness. And I tell myself, okay, maybe I've got to learn something. Where can I go? Whether it's on Google, whether it's reading books. For me, what I love to do is to read from people who have been on the path. I love that. I love reading from people who have been on the path, people who have gone through such situations and they came out strong and they came out, successful. So I get their books, or I will listen to them on YouTube, I get their podcast, or I go on their website and read what did they do. And you know what? There is this powerful tool called modeling. I just model what they do. I learn from them, do what they do, and then I try and I do actually make it a ritual. Because you know what? Everything you do consistently becomes a part of your life. And whatever you don't do consistently, you can lose it. So whatever you want to keep in your life, you've got to do it consistently. So what do you do when things get tough in your life? Number one, I said, I take a breath. I take a step back. And I go within myself and I ask myself, what is the good in this situation that I cannot see, right? Secondly, I model after people who have been through this situation and they came out successful. Right? I like to do, to read about people who have, been in this situation and that they came out well. Right? I love to learn from other people. And one major skill that you've got to develop in your life if you really want to be successful is the ability to learn from other people, right? You learn from their mistakes and you also learn from their success. That's very important. And, all this might feel hard and everything. I will give you for each actually point that I'm going to share, I'm going to give you one tool that you can start practicing right now to be able to to be able to embed and cultivate that into your life. And the third thing I do is to change my state. How will I say that? To change my state. So I either go running, I put on some music, I move. So what happens to move? Because when you move your body, you move your focus. Right? When you move your body, you move your focus. Instead of focusing on the issue and the problem, focus on what you can appreciate right now. Focus on what are the good things in your life right now that you are grateful for. And sometimes it's hard when your body is weak and your body's tired, but when you start moving your body, you put on some music, you dance, or you go out, you go for a run, or you just go walking, it changes your state, and now you can appreciate life better. You can think about what are the good things in your life that you can learn right now. So I shared with you 3 points, but those 3 points are embed so many other things, and I hope that this was helpful to you. So what I do when things get tough is I take a breath, I step back when I look within, and many times I do that through meditation. That's tool number 1. I do that through meditation. Number 2, I model people who have been through the same situation I am in that moment, and they came out successful, right? And one thing I use is I do research. I like to read books. I read their books. I get in touch with them on Instagram. I follow them on Instagram, on their website as well, on their podcast, right? And then I model what they do, right? I do what they do and I try to incorporate in my life. It's not everything that they do that I have to do or I can do, but then I look and then I pick what works for me. And that's what I would advise. I'm not saying you should do everything that you do, but you can definitely look and then pick what works for you and do it again and again. Thirdly, I change my state through movement. And I look at what I can appreciate right now. What am I grateful for right now? Despite the fact that everything might look messy and everything, what can I be grateful for right now? And I'm asking you this question. What could you be grateful for right now? Even if it seems that everything is going bizarre on you, what could you be grateful for? Sometimes, and as I said, to be able to get to that state, I've got to move. So when you move your body, you move your focus. So whether you have to go run, you have to go and take a walk, or you have to dance to some music, move your body, because that helps you change your state and change your focus, and you can find things to be grateful for. Right? That was so beautiful, wasn't it? I'm so glad that I get to share a few insight with you that hopefully if you act upon them, they can help you and change your life. The way they changed my life, the way they helped me, and they continue to help me, because you know what? Life is a journey. It continues until it ends. So everything is about continuation. Everything you learn today, you've got to build upon. You don't learn it to forget. You learn to build upon. You learn, to be more and to get more, to understand more. That's how life is really. So those are the 3 points that I thought I was going to share with you today. What do you do when things get tough? Come on now, tell me. What do you do when things get tough? Whether you're watching it here live with me right now, or you're going to watch this later, just, put in the chat box down there. What do you do when things get tough? There are three things I do. Of course, I can go on and on about other things, but for me, I like to share 3 things, because if you can master 3 things, the other things are going to come along. Even if you can just master one thing, you can master it well, it will attract the other things that you need to be able to be successful in that particular area of your life. So you've listened to me for about 17 minutes, ranting and saying stuff. It's now your turn. Tell me, what do you do when things get tough? And before I round up this live, I was taking you through my neighborhood. Before I round up this live, I'd like to say something. I'd like to speak to you, the entrepreneur that doesn't know what to do. You, the aspiring entrepreneur, that you've been harboring your dream in your heart and you don't even know where to start from. You don't know what to do. I'd like to speak to you today. You that, is going through tough times and going through difficult situation and you don't know what to do. I'd like to speak to you today, right? And I want to say that I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And this is this is not dilly-dallying. This is no bullshit. I'm really proud of you. You know why? I'm proud of you because very few people even desire to be entrepreneurs. Very few people even have the thought that their idea can actually become something and they can monetize their ideas. Very few people do take the first step of even having an idea. Most of people, when something comes up, when they have an idea, they're like, no, this is not going to work, and then they just throw it away. The fact that you have kept your idea right here and it's still in your heart shows that you are stronger than you think you are. Shows that you have a dream in your heart that you really want to nurture. And I want to say that I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And I want to encourage you today to never give up. Continue keeping it, because you know what? Persistence pays off. Persistence pays off. And never think that anybody that was successful today, that they just happened to be successful. No, every single person that I know that has been successful, they went through the same path. At the beginning, it was really difficult, hard, confusing, but they never gave up. And one step at a time, they made it to where they are. So what I'm going to give, I want to give you today is take one step at a time. One step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't be over anxious. Don't allow other people, criticism or whatever it is, to disturb you from your goal. Take one step at a time. And as long as you take one step, as long as you keep putting one step before the other, I promise you, you are going to get your results. You are going to grow. You're going to acquire skills. You're going to be better and better and better than you think you've ever been. And I'm so grateful that, you joined me today. I'm so glad. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below. What did you get from this session? Was it helpful? Yeah. And in the future, what are the things that you would like me to share with you? What are the things that you're challenged with? What are the things that you're going through? And maybe you need some help in clarifying and really just, insight and just tips and suggestions that could actually help you go through. So if you have anything you'd like me to share or talk about, share it with me in the comments below, and I will be very glad. If I can talk about them, I will. If I don't know, I'll try to go and learn about them and come and share what I have learned. If not, I can actually refer you to a good resource that I might know. Who knows? So this is all I have for you today, and I'm so glad. If you are looking to start your own business and you don't know what to do, you're an aspiring entrepreneur, or you just you're just in your life, but you know your purpose, and you like to discover, you feel that there is more to you that you are actually experiencing, and you like to discover who you really are, check out Ask Alone Anything, where I like to provide resources and share things that will help you discover your purpose and also help you start your business if that's something you are interested in. And by the way, before I leave, let me just clarify this. Starting your business doesn't mean that you have to have an enterprise or live. Even if you are working in a role at a job, having an entrepreneurial mindset will help you go faster in your career, because you know what? Many employers are looking for people who can step up. The key is to step up. It's not about owning a company or something, but it's to step up and be the best version of yourself. You know why entrepreneurship is so sexy? Because it pushes you to learn and to be the best version of yourself. It pushes you to grow and to get better. Anyway, I don't want to go around here. I'm done for today. Come on, I'm done. I'm just gonna leave you right now. And thank you so much. I'm so grateful that I stayed here. Hi to everyone who came in. I'm so glad, and I'll see you all next Saturday. Until then, remember to live super strong and live super happy as well. Bye.